Hey yo, peace to the guys and goddesses, y'all. This is your boy V-WiZ. You're now tuned into another episode of F.F.T. Food for thought. Today's word is, I don't even have a word, y'all, but I would like to share some things with y'all today. But before I could get started with that, I have to put in this disclaimer real quick. What I'm getting ready to share in this video should not be taken as legal advice, right? This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I am only sharing my personal experiences with y'all. That's all I'm doing here. If you're looking for legal advice, I suggest you go find a competent professional that deals with such. That's not me, alright? So let's get started though, man. Today I would like to talk about a special code that they don't really want people to know about and shit. And it's called the UCC codes and shit, right? This is something that they don't teach us in school, you know what I'm saying? All they're gonna teach you in school is to, you know what I'm saying, how to get a job and how to be a slave for the rest of your life or until you turn 65, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all it basically is, you know what I'm saying? Being an employee is just basically being a slave. That's a new name, the new word for slave. A lot of us are not aware of that, but that's all it is, right? So with these codes though that I want to share today, I want to talk about one specific one, and that's UCC 1-308, right? That code I usually write behind my signature. Like anytime you sign something, you know what I'm saying, you always got to make sure you reserve your rights. And the way to reserve your rights is to write UCC 1-308 on anything that you sign, right? Now, I sign my name in a very specific way, and I've been doing this for over a decade. I sign my name with BY:, and I usually use my family name, which a lot of people call their last name. I usually put that first, and then what people call their first name is what I call my given name. I put that last, and behind the whole thing, I put UCC 1-308. Now, this is how I reserve my rights in any situation. See what I'm saying? The thing is, they don't want us to know about this because, you know, they don't want us to reserve our rights. They want to, you know what I'm saying? They want to violate our rights. This is what this whole system is about, you know what I'm saying? They always say that ignorance of the law is no excuse, but yet they don't teach us this stuff in school. Like I said, they don't teach you about the law. See what I'm saying? And then anytime you try to bring it up, they always trying to act like they don't know what the fuck you're talking about. For example, I was speaking to a lawyer about 2 weeks ago, yo. This lawyer tell me that, yeah, he been a lawyer for 46 years and shit, right? And then, you know what I'm saying, so I brought up the UCC code to him. And you know, this motherfucker told me that he ain't never heard of the UCC code. And I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck could you be a lawyer and never heard of that code before? Bullshit. Alright? Another incident where a judge, you know what I'm saying, a couple years ago, I brought it up in court and shit. And I said, yeah, the UCC code says this, right? And he's like, UCC codes? Do they even use that anymore? That's what the judge said to me. You a fucking judge. You should fucking know if they use this code. But the fact of the matter is, yes, they do use this code. This code is not only used in this nation. This is an international thing, yo. You know what I'm saying? This is what they use to conduct business, right? So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we reserve our rights at all times. And when I say all times, I mean all times. Because I don't only put this code on legal documents and stuff. Even when I go to the supermarket and I got to sign something for Walmart, I put my family name first, my given name last, and I always put the UCC 1-308 at the end of that bitch. And people be looking at me like, what the hell is that? But it is what it is. They don't have to understand what it is, but it is what it is. I don't own a driver's license right now or a state driver's license. I own an international driver's license. But my last state driver's license I even had that verbiage on there too. UCC 1-308. When I went to the DMV, they told me I couldn't do that shit. But then I showed them some documents, and guess what? I had that bitch right on there. UCC 1-308. We have to get in the habit of you doing this, man. Protecting our rights, y'all. For real. Protect your rights, especially if you get pulled over by a policy enforcer. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime a policy enforcer pulls you over, all they basically doing is getting ready to file a suit against you. When you get a citation or a ticket or whatever, that's a suit they trying to file against you. You don't want to sign your name on that shit. And if you're going to sign your name on it, I wouldn't even sign it at all. I'll put without prejudice on there. That's what I'll put. But you know what I'm saying, if you don't feel comfortable putting without prejudice on a citation, put, you know what I'm saying, your name on there, and then at the end of it, put UCC1-308. And that's basically letting that policy enforcer know that you are reserving all your rights at all the time. Alright, so that's what it's really all about. Y'all don't want to really stay too long on this, man. That's the food for thought for today, man. I just felt like sharing that, man, because I see a lot of shit that's going to be going down in the future, man. And we need to get in that habit of really knowing our rights, man. Don't listen to me. Go search this shit up for yourself, though. This shit been in effect forever, man. And this ain't no new shit. This ain't no new news. Like I said, I've been doing this for over a decade and shit. But I just felt like sharing that, man. This is your boy V-WiZ, though, man. Signing the fuck off. Peace to the gods and goddesses. Yeah.